Hello again, everyone. My name is Seth Leblond, and I'm the Assistive Technology Coordinator at the Foundation for Blind Children. Today, for our Tech Tip video, I'm here with an old friend and colleague of mine, Kimberly Klein, and she is here from LVI, that's Low Vision International. She is the Director of North American Sales, and the reason that we invited her here today is to talk about this really cool new product called the MagniLink Wi-Fi camera that they will be releasing soon. And welcome, Kimberly.
Thank you, Seth. So great to see you. I was so excited when you came by the booth at CSUN and was able to connect again. So thank you for having me.
Of course. So the thing that caught my attention about this product is for a lot of our viewers are MLB subscribers. We have a really cool technology lease program, and one of the things that we lease to a lot of low vision students is iPads.
Okay.
And so when I saw your booth, I may have jumped up and down.
I think you did. I think you did.
A little bit. I'm not going to lie. I immediately said, we've got to get this thing in here. Tell us a little bit about the product and show us how it works.
Sure, absolutely. Thank you. So as you mentioned, it's called the MagniLink Wi-Fi cam. This is an all-in-one unit that you can use with your existing iPad. It works with anybody that has an iPad that supports iOS 15 or higher. So that's really quite a few iPads. It doesn't matter on the size. I have it here sitting in the stand. So again, right in here, we've got the battery and we have the connectivity that's connecting wirelessly, which is really cool. And we're just setting the iPad right there. And we're looking at a piece of paper. So I have an actual camera that's connected. I'm going to pull it out. There's a slot that's about as big as my pinky. And I'm just sticking the camera right down in there. And I can angle that camera straight up, over. I can angle it to face the back. And that interface allows you to run the entire software, but you can also use gestures. So there's no right or wrong. It's just what you feel comfortable doing. So I'll do a little bit of both. So if we want to make it larger, of course, I'm just holding on the plus, and now it's gotten larger. I'm going to go down and make it a little smaller. If we want to do OCR, of course, there's a button that says OCR, but I'm going to show you a gesture. I'm just going to touch the screen. Takes a picture
software and easy installation
and starts reading.
Viewer app puts you in full
I'm going to pause it.
That was quick.
Yeah, it's really quick.
Wow.
And also, this is really cool. We don't even have this in any of our products yet. So it took a picture. It did it quick. It's reading it, but there's a pane over on the left-hand side. Wait a minute, left, right. Yeah, no, right-hand side. And the cool thing is I could scan in as many documents as I want, and then I could be working with each document. So that's really cool because there's a little tiny trash can if you want to delete it. But if you want to work on multiple ones, I could go down to the third one, touch that one. That one's going to come alive. So that is a new feature that we do not have in our other products yet. We have it in our tab product with the form filling, but we do not have it in the OCR side. So the cool thing about when we come up with new things, we tend to backfill them with our other things, because guess what? People beat us up and say, hey, we want this over here, which that's what they should be doing. That's how we know to make a change, is when we get, people wanting to be changed. So the cool thing when you're looking at it with the OCR mode is you do have the ability, of course, to change colors. So whatever color you want. And I did not turn on voiceover, but I could do that, and voiceover would be working, which is another cool thing.
Very cool.
But you also can change the view. So if you want it to be all of the text, or you could say, I want it to be more text than one line, or a line of text, or we could go back to Word. So there's 7 different ways to view a document. And every document that you're looking at, you may want to view it differently. So that's kind of interesting. So now if we want to go back to the live view, we can easily do that. And now we're looking back at it live. So again, OCR, video, picture taking, saving documents, making it larger, smaller, changing color, putting on line masking. Think about anything you can do with a video magnifier. You can do that with this and so much more.
Very cool.
So another great solution that we came out with is people had been asking, hey, I've already invested some money in your other products, the MagniLink S or the Zip or the Pro. I want to use that instead of the all-in-one system. Can that happen? And the answer is yes. So I actually brought a MagniLink S. We can actually have it here and plug it into that magical box that we talked about. So that's the cool thing, is you're not having to reinvest in everything all over again if you already have one of our other great cameras.
You got the camera and you just plug it into the Wi-Fi module essentially with
You
the
got
battery.
it. You got it.
That is really cool, and that's something that not everyone thinks about when they're designing these kinds of products. So I think that's really awesome that you have that solution, because you're absolutely right. And we have some people who have the Zip and some folks who are using the S
Right.
for MLB. And so for us to be able to even like order some of those modules to be able to pair with those is outstanding.
Absolutely. I mean, that's our plan, is people that already have them, it saves them money. And then people in the future, if they say, this all-in-one system's great, but this is an iPad solution, I want it all-in-one, but I want to be able to use a product that's going to do PC, Mac, Chrome, iPad, and monitor. Well, then the MagniLink S is your choice. And like you said, you just get the magical box that allows them to connect when they're using the iPad. And other than that, they plug into their PC, Mac, or Chrome, or actually the monitor. So there's no right or wrong. It's just what's better for that person.
Now, when you actually are using it on the iPad side, I assume there's an app.
There is, and it's up already. It's in the App Store, so you can go up and get it. It's called MagniLink Viewer, and it's up there. Now, the one that's up there is a beta version, so it'll remain up there as a free version. You won't be able to do all the bells and whistles for the full version because we can't do that. You know, we invested a lot of time and money, but then there will be a paid-for version when we release. We're hoping June. That's our plan. We've got a few things we're still working out with the software, but that is our plan.
That is so cool. So with the View app, of course, you can change your contrast, change your colors,
Yep.
Change the brightness, change the magnification. What other kinds of things can you do in there?
So with the beta one that's up there, all the things you just said, you could also turn on line marking and masking.
Cool.
The cool thing with this technology, we actually developed this technology for a prior product we made called the Air, which that would be a whole nother podcast. But with that technology, you're able to use 3 cameras at one time. So the tablet, or excuse me, the iPad actually has 2 cameras, a forward facing and a downward facing. And actually, they're pretty good cameras. And now you're able to use those cameras along with our distance camera. So you could have 3 views on the screen at one time if you choose to do so. So that's a really cool thing. So you can also, of course, with the app, be able to switch views between which camera, or if you want one camera full screen and then be able to switch to split screen, you're able to do that. With the paid for app that'll be up there, you'll be able to do OCR. You'll be able to do video, take pictures, and of course, then open those pictures and videos at a later time.
That's so cool. I was going to ask about OCR because I know that's a feature of other cameras in the product line. And that is a really powerful thing too, because sometimes you get a lot of material to read at one time, and you don't want to read it. You want the machine to read it to you.
Absolutely.
So that's what OCR does for you, that optical character recognition there. I'm really excited about this product.
Well,
I think it can
you.
help out a lot of people here. Is there anything else you want the audience to know right now about this product?
Like I said, our plan is to release in June. That giving us a couple extra months, we might be able to throw in a couple other bells and whistles. One of the things that's missing right now is our form filling capability that we have in all of our product line. If it doesn't make it to the June cutoff, it will be in the next release. We also have a product called ML Air that I referenced that's cameras in the ceiling. This will work with that, maybe not release one, but by the end of the year. So the beauty of that is everybody has an iPad. My granddaughters have iPads. And so you come into a classroom environment. So I guess the other thing I do want to mention is you don't have to be connected. So I could take the iPad, move anywhere in the room. And so if you have those students that are too cool for school, or you have somebody in a work environment where they want to set it off to the side and just have their iPad remote and be able to have it, you're able to do that. And it's got a strong connection. So I've tested it way off on a desk and be way back in another area in the conference room, and you're fine.
I can actually see a really interesting use for that for like school teachers, right? So school teachers want to direct their students' attention to a specific thing. Well, they can just point the camera at the thing they want to highlight, and then the student with the iPad in the third row, or whatever, can be looking at exactly what the teacher wants the student to look at.
You know, and what you said makes so much sense because we don't want, as a visually impaired student or even a visually impaired employee, or using it at home even, they're always, oh, you're blocking the TV because you have to sit so close. You want them to be able to sit wherever they want to sit. And this allows that because you can point the camera where you want. And now you could be holding the iPad in your hand or put it on your own stand or whatever you want to do. So it's really, I was at first going, oh, you can't connect directly to an iPad. But now I'm kind of like, hey, you can't connect to an iPad. That's kind of good because it made us create different technology that now has opened up other features.
Very cool. This is a really exciting product. We're going to link to the LVI homepage in this video, so watch out for that. Thank you, Kimberly, for coming here.
Thank you for having me.
Like I said, I think this is a great product, and I hope everyone out there has learned a little something. If you have some questions, don't hesitate to reach out, and I will try to answer those questions or find someone for you who can. As always, my name is Seth Leblond. I'm the Assistive Technology Coordinator at the Foundation for Blind Children, and thank you for watching this Tech Tip.